All right, here we go. So let's make sure you can hear Hannah as well. Hello everybody, and welcome to our Alabaster Dawn Gamedev stream or Bugfixing stream. I'm Felix, aka Luxon. Yeah, I mean it's part of Gamedev. I'm Felix, aka Luxon. I will do the game development. With me in the voice chat is Henne, aka Geflügel, and
hello, I'm Geflügel. I'm just here to sound good.
Yeah, so that you don't have to only hear to my voice. So,
But I might also do game dev on the side, but you won't see it.
Sure. So it's like Schrödinger's game dev. You will never be sure if it actually happened or not. There was some excellent news we have.
News?
Something comment like something I wrote, but I don't know what it is.
That's always excellent.
We have been pretty with game. I mean, yeah. I just mentioned that we didn't stream last month, but we have been distracted with Gamescom, to be fair, so that might be an excuse. Let me just play the music again.
Yep.
Pause off.
But before we go on, thanks to Yui Cannon for subscribing for 67 months. It will almost be nice. It's almost nice, so keep it up. Can't wait to play the demo. You guys worked super hard. Yeah, thank you. You also did a great job on those artworks. And also a certain Teflora who subscribed for 82 months and said, it's been 82 months.
That's true.
Face. That's great. I already said that. Okay. And yes.
So the big question now is the demo released next week or this week?
Depends on your definition of the week.
Yeah,
I would say next week.
Me too, but I think for a lot of people the week starts with Sunday.
So and it might be this week depending on the time zone. If you're in Japan, it's already this week.
That's true, yeah. No matter if the week starts on Monday or Sunday. Yeah, time is complicated. Anyway, exciting times. This will be our first public release since the Crosscode DLC back in 2021, I would say, isn't it? I think the DLC was released in 2021.
If you only count releases and not like updates. And
yeah, updates don't count. They're not quite the same.
That's different, yeah.
So it has been 4 years since we released actually something. So it will be interesting to see if we can still take that. All the stuff happening, all the bug reports, all the feedback and everything. So it will be interesting. Anyway, today I wanted to work on some bug fixes, and in the meantime, let me try not to spoil stuff by moving stuff out of the... Oh wait, I'm not streaming it on desktop yet. So everything is fine. Okay. Let's keep it this way. So let me just make sure there's no spoilers on the screen before I start sharing. So, and I hope that people will have time playing our demo, not still too busy wrapping up Silksong or any other kind of game that's currently releasing. I understood it's like seems to be a busy time with a lot of big games being released now.
Yeah, like what's it called again? It was like this very high profile release. Right, Chrono Gear.
What?
It's a Metroidvania starring one of the Hololive girls. But it's actually, from what I hear, it's actually really, really good. It's made by the people who did this one Not Sonic game.
Jesus, how dare they call this Chrono Gear and then it's a freaking VTuber game. Jesus, I thought of anything. I mean, Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger, Xenogear. I thought of a lot of stuff, but Felix, not freaking VTubers.
Felix, because the VTuber in question is Oro Crony, the Warden of Time, from HoloLive English second generation. How is it called now? Promise, right? Some name changes. Yeah, but it's apparently a very good game, even in a vacuum, from what I hear. And it's made by the people who made Freedom Planet. If you remember that game.
Oh yeah. That was one of those games that was always very successful, but not as popular, as far as I remember.
Yeah, it was basically one of the two.
No, that was actually Spark the Jester. That was like
those are basically the two, to my knowledge, most well-known not Sonic games. So basically Sonic-like, but not Sonic. I think Freedom Planet might have been a tad more successful. Oh yeah. But they were both on a similar level, and both definitely very critically acclaimed or popular with the fans that played it.
I really love how people are now turning our game title into weird adjectives and verb combinations, like Song move over. Now it's time to Alabaster my Dawn.
Very good.
It has like alabastering, like basting being like an adjective, a verb. It's like
nice. She's alabastering all over those guys. That's definitely what we expect. Speaking of Freedom Planet, did you know that its sequel? I mean, doesn't it have 2 sequels? I've looked it up, and apparently Freedom Planet has like 3 games by now. Give me a second. I know it's 2 games. Sorry. It's 2 games and an official soundtrack. Wait a second, but the second game has been released like 3 years ago on the dot, almost. So, yeah.
So any plans to have some marketing for the AD demo, just nudging them to play them or something? I mean, we are mostly just doing what we can on social media. I mean, probably could do more, to be frank. But mostly our plan is to now just get the visibility through the demo release itself, because that's as far as I understood how things now work on Steam. It's good to release a demo to get some extra visibility, and for me, it's not so much about visibility at this point. It's mostly about the feedback. I want to see if the game runs well on a majority of players. That's important for me to know, if there's any major bugs that we missed, stuff like that. So to say, it's a little bit of a field test for me. Obviously, we will fix any major issues if you encounter them. But we'll also participate in the Steam Next Fest. And originally the plan was to do it in October, but we actually changed that plan and will participate in one after that, which will likely be around February, March. Mostly because this will be closer to the early access release, and I understood that's usually like a good way to at least get more visibility on Steam. Participate in the Steam Next Fest, and it's actually, as far as I understood, good to release a demo early, so you can actually build some popularity with that demo. Then you join the Next Fest, and because the demo is already fairly popular, you are even placed better, and then even more people will see it. And following that, you get just a lot of visibility, and then it's the best time to do a release. And that's more or less the plan. So we are mostly just working on, to see how we can optimize things with the Steam algorithm for now. Beyond that, I mean, we do social media marketing. I don't really intend to pay for marketing at this point, because I'm really not sure how much it really works. That's really my personal take. And you easily can spend waste a lot of money on just paying for marketing and stuff like this, and it might just turn out you know, not really do a lot. But yeah, we will
by the
see.
way, also big thanks to Bill Fork 34 for the question. And for
Right, actually, yeah, you
51
subscribed. Thank you. I
51 months.
totally missed that.
But at least you left pronouncing their name for me.
Yeah.
And I always love doing that. No, there is no Freedom Planet. Yeah, Freedom Planet, I was wrong. It's just 2 games.
That's a
Just played
question.
Crosscode last year, and now it's one of my personal favorites. Super hyped for Alabaster Dawn. Thank you, and welcome to the chat. Any chances of some Juno-orientated Twitch emote for the subscription?
Oh boy.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah, we need to
That's
see
cool.
if they still have any slot left. I mean, we are not that active and that big on Twitch to actually get a lot of emojis. If there's a way to do it reasonably, I mean, honestly, I don't really want to promise to expand this channel because it can be a distraction from the actual development. That's just part of the reason why we don't stream that much anymore.
But the good thing is, even if we don't stream, people can still use the emotes on other channels because it's Twitch.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's nice.
So Deck 13 was the publisher for Crosscode, right? Alabaster Dawn is completely independent. Yes, for now it's independent. Specifically for the early access release, we actually plan to work without a publisher this time. Mostly because we just want to see how it goes. We can still decide to partner up with a publisher later along the line if you want to, you know, get more support for the full release whenever that happens. And when it comes to the Asian market, we definitely need a publisher along the line, but that's also something we will not do right away, but maybe a little bit later, you know, reopening up to the Asian market. That's at least the plan.
What else? First of all, Tierkel, thanks for the subscription, and also welcome for the first, and welcome and congrats to the first message. I finally made it to the stream. I'm ecstatic. That's cool. That's nice. That's always fun. It's always fun when people are really excited about us.
Just watching our weird streams.
Just watching Felix do some game dev and us talking. There was another question. Will the game be like a vertical slice? Or will there be core mechanics that are not there yet? I mean, if you think about it, most core mechanics should be in there, but like, as you know, there are several weapons, and there won't even be close to all the weapons in there.
Yeah. So we tried to do something where we feel it's like a good compromise. Like, we wanted to keep things somewhat more compact, so it's not like 3 or 4 hours of playtime. But we also are at some point, like in the beginning, you actually just play the game as you would play it in the full version, which should take, I would say, about an hour or 1.5 hours, depending on how fast you play. And then at the end, the game will actually skip ahead to like 2 additional sections, which are mostly there, so you can actually see, you know, some story highlights that you would otherwise miss. So you can see some exciting stuff happening. And then also you get to actually see a dungeon. Because we want to show people, yes, there will be dungeons again. And it's not only a part of the dungeon. So I already expect people asking us, is that actually the full dungeon? Because it's not that long. That's because it's just a part of the dungeon. I'm gonna say this already. But yeah, so like the actual demo that we have for Crosscode right now is kind of just the beginning, and people often, you know, said that's like not very representative of the actual game because it's like a very fairly linear section. And in the Alabaster Dawn demo, you actually can see, you know, there's a linear section in the beginning. There's a somewhat more open section, at least a part of it, where you can really see how, you know, the world expands a little bit and that you can actually look for hidden treasures, stuff like that. And to also see an actual proper dungeon. So that's was kind of important, so you can see all of these aspects. So in that sense, it is kind of like a vertical slice. There's obviously some features missing. It's just not feasible. It's like it's a very long game. It will be a very long game again. So that's why it's kind of hard to show everything in a compact demo. But yeah, we tried.
Yep. Felix.
Should have called this a question answer stream here. I mean, usually streams start this way. It's mostly question answer sessions in the beginning, and then we get into development.
Felix.
Hmm.
Guess who, who, as I just found out, also uses VTuber models these days?
I don't
Albert
know.
Einstein.
Okay.
No, the widow of Total Biscuit.
Oh.
That's pretty
That's
neat fun.
okay. Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
One day you will.
Why do we always have to
use
talk
one
about VTubers here? So,
sorry, I was just looking around a bit.
Dennis Ake Intero Aka Shirakumo Nagi will compose the music for Alabaster Dawn again. Oh yeah, that's the Nightbot. Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Thank you, Nightbot.
Nightbot.
I'm now also really Nightbot, so I'm still busy answering stuff. I'm very excited because I really want to help playtest the game. Still wishing I knew about your CrossCode sooner, alongside many others, I'm sure. But I'm at least here to be around for Alabaster Dawn's development release. Yeah, I just hope you're aware how development in CrossCode went, and that you might need to be a little bit patient. I'm like a little bit concerned because, you know, all those people who know us from, you know, CrossCode, they know how things go when we develop big games, how long it takes us to actually wrap things up. But there's a whole lot of players who just, you know, joined the community when the full release had already happened. So, yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, going from Gamescom experience, a lot of people were like very understanding when we said, yeah, but it might still take this and this many years.
Yeah.
To complete it, and then they're like, yeah, take your time, it's great.
I mean, that was always the experience we had also during CrossCode. Like, people are surprisingly understanding with that. I think it's mostly publishers that don't like this kind of approach of, you know, taking your time. But yeah, I mean, Deck 13 also was pretty relaxed once they realized it's sustainable.
I mean, to be fair, we CrossCode also made pretty reliable profit during revenue during early access, so they didn't see the need to complain, I would assume. There was also some other question. I bet Game 2 will make a video about the release Alabaster in the future. That would be awesome. Yeah, Game 2 is also back, like the German gaming talk news channel. That was a really nice surprise. I mean, I don't really watch them actively, but they still had a pretty good reputation as like a.
I think they did something about CrossCode as well, right? Game 2 as well.
I'm pretty sure they didn't them or Rocket Beans, which are basically the same, basically played at some point.
Yeah, I think there was like something about CrossCode.
Yeah,
maybe for the console release, I think it happened.
Oh, it might have been actually earlier, but I'm not sure. Game 2, but it's pretty nice that they're back. I mean, they were pretty.
We got another subscription, by the way, by Rough Riffs, saying, "I'm so hyped for the demo. Thanks for being awesome and making excellent games. Thank you so much." Okay, and Teflor says, "As long as we are communicating transparency, it's fine." Yeah, that's true. Or we could just go like the Team Cherry approach and just do nothing and still deliver an amazing game. I
mean, they were doing. And yes, apparently Booty played it. Okay. And I just searched it real quick. 6 years ago, there was a Game 2 episode. It was episode 90, called Red Dead Redemption 2, Call of Cthulhu, Astrobot, CrossCode. So
that was a weird combination, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a rather broad format for several games and stuff. But yeah, they played. Okay, they mentioned it like for a minute or something. But yeah, I think it was just like news reaction or something. Well, whatever. Also, I wanted to say it would be funny if Flora put like commands in the Nightbot that made the Nightbot ask some really common question, and us like not paying attention and answering them, not noticing it's Nightbot. It would be very.
That's definitely gonna happen. Until I mean, if the questions repeat, maybe at some point I would notice.
Yeah,
but
it would be very diabolical. I wanted to stream the demo so bad, but I'm currently down on a PC, and I'm gonna try to figure out to make it work, how to make it work from an ROG ally. Okay. Well, good luck with that. So excited.
I want to see this so bad, but work from a ROG. What's an ROG ally?
I have no idea what an ROG ally is.
Very
ROG.
cool looking dev tools there. Oh yeah, that's what a lot of the years of development went into, honestly.
Ah, okay.
We spent a long time working on those.
ROG ally is like a specific handheld
Oh.
that I've never heard about. That's interesting.
I mean, the only thing I can say is that the game runs decently. I would say it runs well on the Steam Deck. The only thing I noticed is that in some cutscenes there might be slight audio glitches, because sometimes we tend to play a little bit too many sounds. But otherwise it should run at stable 60 FPS at least. But yeah. I don't know how the ROG ally is exactly in comparison though.
I mean, I posted it in Discord, a Wikipedia link, if you want to check it out, but I assume you're not really in the mood to check out like hardware specifications on a handheld right now.
Oh, it seems to be very powerful from what I see.
I mean,
but still, streaming might be tricky. I don't know.
If it wants to be like a Steam Deck competition, then I would assume it's it's powerful.
It's running Silksong just fine. I mean, I would argue that Silksong is probably better optimized than our game, just because of the fact that it's not based on web technologies. That's, so that's yeah. Anyway. Okay, let's see. What do we do? First of all,
the drunken sailor.
question: does Felix do as much animations now, or it's mostly Thomas? I mean, our system is kind of changed in a way. Thomas still does a lot of sprite-based animations for us. He's still like the main guy for sprite-based animations. But the system we are now using allows us to actually use 3D animations, like 3D skeleton animations, and kind of render them out as some kind of sprite-based animations in a way. And that's why we actually now have a 3D animation guy helping us out, and he's doing fantastic work. And I still do some 3D animations myself as well, so I'm still doing some animations, but not as much as I used to. And to be frank, even in Crosscode, I mostly just did some of the initial animations. I did animate Leia, mostly, at least most of her basic animations. But later on it was mostly Thomas, I would say. Okay.
The animation tools are really good. They are built in a way that even I can make like some animations, or at least put them together from other animations.
Yeah.
With some polish. So
it is really like now that I worked with it for some time, you really notice like it's always this, oh, you can create animations so quickly. So you just create a whole bunch of animations for every single thing. That's kind of like, you would say, oh, it's such a huge time saver, but instead you're just creating more animations. So that's
like with the mapping.
That's what's happening here. Also, yeah, our mapping tools. Oh, we can add so many things much easier now. So we just put so much more stuff in our maps, so that's why it takes longer again. It's a curse. So like whenever you make better tools in order to save time, keep in mind that you will actually not save as much time as you think. It's usually what happens.
At least you can easier copy paste animations from NPC to NPC, for example.
Yeah, that's a huge help. That's for sure. Okay.
Yep.
I think I will just skip the demo mode. So
but yeah, sometimes I just think, oh yeah, this NPC is now doing this and has those scenes. You know what would be nice if it had like a special animation for that, and then I'd do it. And I mean, it usually doesn't take a lot of time, but it still kind of distracts you from just finishing the damn scene.
So here's a funny bug. Something new about Alabaster Dawn is that you can actually, theoretically, you could save, but I can't. What is happening again?
You can't save?
I can't open the menu. Wow.
Is it because of the party member? But
no, that's it's all there. What is happening? So here I can't open the menu. Can I open the menu here? Also not. What is happening? Oh, that's a nice start. Like, yeah, so it seems like this will be a fun bug fixing stream. I start the game and I can't open the menu. That's fantastic.
Don't worry, Pyro Corbett. Portraits are actually way more work usually than just doing new animations, because you usually need to sprite stuff, unless you just put up new portraits from old graphics. That sometimes works, but that usually has its limits.
Yeah, like no, like usually when we do fancy animations, those don't match the portrait. Like at the very beginning, and I keep saying this, don't expect consistency between in-game graphics and portraits. It's just not feasible. Like, I mean, you know, the prologue that some of our testers already see feature a lot of fancy portraits, but that was mostly just our pixel artist, you know, Thomas, putting in the extra effort. I didn't ask him to do that.
I mean, I have to admit, when I do my scenes, I usually, at least with the main character, try to pay attention to the arms crossing and stuff like that. But I only do that because A, the animations are already there, and B, it's literally just copy paste animation show and that's it. But otherwise, no, I wouldn't like go further than that in terms of like adapting it.
Okay.
Like stuff like making sure that the head rotation of the portrait matches the head rotation of the character. No, I'm not. That would be a bit. That would be like very over the top.
Okay.
Something
is like something is out here. Like it doesn't even check any controls. Something is running here. Has active block. What the fuck? Okay. Oh my gosh.
It shouldn't be this event. No.
It's probably something about restarting during a tutorial. Something like this. Okay, I will just ignore this for now. Unless somebody in the beta figures out this issue. Start. Okay, now works. Alright. So let me just fix this here quickly. Silver Peak. No. South Dungeon. Here we go. I'm gonna try. I will spoil some very basic puzzles here, at least initially. I hope that's okay. It's really not. It's not. It's just
I'm
introductory
sure most people
stuff.
will just forget it again.
Yeah. So
Also,
anyway.
damn it, what was... Oh, it was... Okay, thanks, Flora. Demo trailer, compose... engine, it was engine, not...
Mm.
I was searching for like the... I was searching for the command for the Nightbot to say what engine we're using.
Yay, we are now stuck. Okay, so something new that our game now supports is you can actually save. You know, you couldn't also save in crosscode at any time, mostly. The problem is, in Alabaster Dawn, we try to actually save your position. And there's situations where, you know, party members go into certain panels and make puzzle elements work, and then, you know, platforms move around, and when you do that, you can still save. And when you load, the whole state of the party member being in the Wise panel is just lost. And so the easy solution is to just disable saving when that happens. So that's what I'm gonna work on now. First, I need to figure out how to actually, how that's actually queried. Boop, boop, boop. The start menu, I think that's it. Save.
Yep, crosscode was made in pure JavaScript. From a speedrunner point of view, I'm curious about what effect saving position will have on save warps. I'm sure all of our speedrunners will take a very close look to that question.
Events is interruptible. That is actually also a good point. You should not be able to save while... Yeah, so maybe I should just use that instead. Menu manager is G menu.
You might want to add like a Discord command to so the Nightbot shares our Discord server. That would be a nice idea because that's like one of the main community hubs that we have. I mean, you can likely find our Discord server somewhere. Yeah, you can also find it in the description, but still. What I wanted to say is, if you're interested in speedrunning, you might also be interested to join our Discord server because we have like a speedrunning community in there. It was already very active during Crosscode. Which reminds me that I still need to do like the changes with the server categories. Like creating a speedrunning category. Category speedrunning. Okay, where is it? It's down here.
Okay.
Oh, it's Twilight Princess. I didn't recognize it. But it makes sense. It does sound like Twilight Princess. Or like Zelda a bit.
There's a lot of questions. Was the development in Crosscode part-time in the beginning? I remember Felix were doing his masters on... Yeah. Crosscode in the first 3.5 years were essentially part-time. I was mostly actually doing my PhD during that time already. I think I just wrapped up my master around the time when I started working on Crosscode. And then, yeah, I had like 3.5 years, about 3 years PhD work, you know, which went kind of slowly. And did Crosscode stuff in parallel. So
right, I wanted
another
to
question.
not right now, I think. I have my eye on it, but I'm currently doing like the new server categories. Category rather.
Is save okay? So can save game. Let's use that. So in that case, let's go with that. Wait, I need to properly restart.
Okay.
I think something I can try to fix is the traveling entity NPCs spawning over water. Maybe I can try to fix that.
Ah, right, that one.
It's not
That's
a
a
major
fun one.
issue, but it's you know, it's funny.
It's very funny.
It's also kind of weird when it happens.
It's so confusing, it even confuses developers at first glance.
I mean, I actually immediately knew what it was for some reason. It's like, why is there like a repeating spawning water effect over that bridge? I thought, oh wait. Yeah. Why can't I still save? What is this? That's not correct. That can't be correct.
Have you guys seen the Linus Tech Tips crosscode clip?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
And I'm kind of like, I realized it's kind of important that we keep the webpage up to date, because people just go there and there's not
crosscode.
Yes, there's like there's like the old trailer. There's no mentioning of demo release and anything. Yeah, we should do.
And
probably.
there's also the old logo of the ministry that is giving us like funding.
Yeah, that's not so important. That doesn't hurt us. It's just hurt them and whatever, you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
So why is this still?
But yeah, we are usually whenever Linus mentions us or Crosscode or now Alabaster Dawn, we usually get notified pretty quickly through our Discord community. So we have in fact noticed.
Okay, so what is happening here? Wait, what? Set. Why is that false? Huh? Am I dumb? Oh, not can save game here. That's why. So that makes sense.
Not.
Not so.
Like,
Can you save the
Felix.
game? Is the save button inactive? Only when you can save the game.
very good.
Hmm.
You know, programming sometimes is like this, these very lame 2000s or something frat boy jokes. Hey Felix, you're really cool. Not. Okay. Wanna...
Oh no, it's temporarily disabled. Maybe should add in the message here why that is. But yeah, that's polishing for later. So anyway, that saves it. So if I now leave, I can save again. Nice. Just a few sanity texts. Yeah, and can save again. Perfect. All right, that fixes. Yeah, we're gonna fix Silksong. Yeah, we fix all those bugs.
All those bugs in Silksong.
Mm.
I mean, you can fix all those bugs in Silksong pretty easily by just playing Silksong and killing all of them.
The ministries are gonna be watching this and pulling the funding because you didn't update the logo. I'm pretty sure they can't do that. There's too many rules in Germany to allow something like that.
We now have a speedrunning category and 2 separate channels.
Dark Legion says, I do have a question that's been on my mind. With having Juno speaking fluently, how has it been with writing the story character dialogue? Honestly, so far, I don't feel like there's a huge difference, but I think there's like this temptation to make your character talk in maybe too many situations where sometimes I feel, okay, maybe it's better if the character actually doesn't say anything here. With Leia, it was actually always straightforward. She's, you know, she can't say much, so why would she say something in any kind of situation? And that's why I think in that sense it's a little bit different. And I mean, Crosscode had like this really unique setup, and it kind of, you know, sometimes I felt it made it easier to do just weird stuff, and it automatically felt interesting because, you know, Leia can't talk, so there's always this unique pretext to things where, you know, whatever you do, it's kind of unique because of it. Now that Juno's just a normal person, more or less, it's kind of like there's always like, maybe it all feels a little bit too normal. But you know, we made her an introvert, which is, you know, a little bit a step away from Leia, so she can talk, but she doesn't like to talk too much to anybody. You know, she's actually yeah, I actually wanted to move this into social anxiety with her, so that's why it should be somewhat interesting in a way again. Yeah, we will see. But to be frank, you actually don't see too much from that in the demo. There's like one scene where you get like a glimpse of where this is going, but yeah, it's something that you will see more later in the game when there's more scenes and more plot development. What if you save while she's running towards the pad? I think that will also not be possible. I can try that, but I think as soon as you click the panel, the saving should be disabled. But yeah, also as as Pyro Corvette already said, it shouldn't matter because you actually only can get stuck once the party member actually reaches the panel. So there's not a risk. But I think, let me just try this. So you see it's already disabled. As soon as you interacted, it already disabled the saving. So okay, so that's one thing we fixed. That was an easy one, to be frank. Need to look. Yeah, that one is actually already fixed. But yeah. Now the one with the Wanderer NPCs is how is the name of the test map? Word point, was it, right? Nee.
You mean the big? Yeah, it should have been World Point.
But the test maps, what was it? VR, word root, that's the one.
Ah, okay.
Oh, yeah. I don't wanna test things too much here. So let's just okay, perfect. Here's like the thing. Let's make a pond. Bloop bloop bloop. I just need to time this right. So here comes the water. So increase this a bit further. Okay, so here's the pond. What happens now? At first I probably need to update this one here. Wow, there's no navigation on this map. How?
Who the fuck?
How did this even work?
Who the hell did this? Who the hell put that face on there, Felix?
I wonder, Henne. I wonder. We're all trying to find the guy who did this.
For a second, I was really like, "Wait, did I do that?" The hills are alive.
Hmm.
The hills are alive.
Does
Why
this
is there a
work?
face?
Yay! It's jumping! Very sporty motoyaki. Eat jump. Bam.
Nice.
So okay. But that's not the issue. The issue is this. Might be more trickier than I thought. Okay, let's just quickly. Okay, and now and don't tell me this is actually not the reason why this happens. It's actually possible this was not. Huh. try something. So I can't just move this word root.
What is the problem here is the question. Basically, we have like these world root entities that are if you play crosscode, they are maybe the most relatable to the runner NPCs, but they're basically NPCs that
Which one is it?
go through the whole world over certain routes.
So let's just do the start distance a bit higher.
They can sometimes on map entry spawn over water and then create a consistent water splash effect, because they can't like.
At least I think that's the reason, honestly. I'm trying to figure out if that actually is the reason now, because the way I see it now, it doesn't seem like that's actually what's happening here. But then I really don't know what the issue is, unfortunately.
Maybe it fixed itself.
Oh, okay. No, I was right. I was right. Calm Motoyaki, poor Motoyaki, I'm sorry. You know, that's perfect. Now I can actually test this properly. Now I just need to start in here. Permanently spawned over water.
At least it still has calm Motoyaki noises. Even
yeah, it's very calm in the water. Be water, my friend. Okay. So that's good. Now I can fix this. Panic Motoyaki noises. I hope we get to poke around in the dev tools ourselves once the game is released. Well, I mean, the dev tools are not really delivered with the game, unfortunately. So at least not for now. Okay, anyway, so that's what I wanted to see. This is perfect. So now I just need to figure out how to fix this. So this might be a little bit more work to do actually. So this is perfect. So it's actually something that I can do in the stream, and it's actually probably the thing I will work on. So we have the word root entry. The map might be null, distance. No, that's something else, is it? Distance is that thing. The orthogonal distance. Here it is actually. So we have the orthogonal distance.
What's this? Perhaps an Alabaster Dawn modding kit. I mean, the thing is, we have like a pretty active modding community for crosscode, so we will see what they cook up for Alabaster Dawn.
I mean, we have one guy in our testers who's already preparing things for modders, as far as I understood.
Yep, yeah.
So
Yui Cannon asked, wait, is this a Resident Evil safe room BGM? It says 113 Jasper KYD Dream of Venice. I have no idea what it is, sorry.
I just added a random playlist from SoundCloud with relaxing video game music, so I actually don't know what's playing all the time.
Hmm. Let me just check real quick. Maybe you can find where it is from. Oh, it's Assassin's Creed. Okay, that makes sense. Assassin's Creed 2, rather.
Mm. Just like Emily, splash, spruce, splash, spruce, spruce, splash, spruce, splash, blah, blah, boom. This was too much for me to handle.
Seeing those special environmental deaths from the party members was always very funny.
Mm. Okay, we got another subscription by May Off, who subscribed for 27 months already, saying, I can't believe there will be no more jokes about Alabaster Dawn releasing before Silksong. Well, yeah, Silksong was faster after all. I mean, they have been working on it for quite a long time too, so. But it will take us longer still. Thank you, Silver Cheers, who subscribed for 48 months. Thank you. Hey, it will come out before Deltarune is complete. If you... well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think
Not
Deltarune...
unlikely, I think. Considering, I think Deltarune is still 2 or 3 chapters, and he's usually releasing like 1 chapter a year. So...
Oh. Yeah, maybe, we'll see.
Wrong. We are at chapter 4, and there are still 3 chapters after that. And chapter 5 is planned to release in 2026. So we might actually be finished before him.
Okay, let's see.
I didn't know Citron made Undertale. That's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. So, get pause face index. Now that's the interesting part. Okay, there's an orthogonal disc. Okay. How's that set? Okay, here we go. Now I need to set this to critical too. So where's this constructed? Here. So
Why did you add a critical parameter to the constructor, but then ignore it when initializing this dot critical?
One moment. Where was it? Where was it?
It's on the very bottom. It's like it's like the second newest message.
I see it, yeah. Why did you add the critical to the construct and ignore it's critical? Maybe that was a mistake. Let me check again. Yes, that's yeah, that was a mistake. Thank you. One of those obvious mistakes that sometimes happens. I mean, yeah. Probably save me some time now trying to figure out why it doesn't work. That's also one of those reasons why pair programming is actually sometimes effective, because you tend to make less of these weird mistakes. I think that should be already it. Let's see. Dang it. I'm too fast. Apparently extreme form of pair programming called mob programming. Holy shit. Okay, that's fine. Mob programming. Okay, so let's see if that works.
Deprogramming with torches and pitchforks.
Yay! Motoyaki is not drowning! Even though he should be. So let's try this again. Just saying, okay, start distance is 0. Just making sure. So this is how it works now. So when he's about to jump and you go back and forth, he actually spawns back before the thing. So it's obviously a little bit less accurate. I actually can do rounding though. That might be a good idea. So it's more like rounded and not always skipping back. So let's go like this. If both critical, then the weight is just, you know, we just round the weight. It's either 0 or 1. Easy. That way we avoid spawning the entity in the middle of the bridge, and then everything is fine. So if I now quick back again, oh, it's already over. Ah, I need to leave a bit earlier. So now, whoop, whoop, whoop. Ah, he's too fast. Fast Motoyaki. Fun fact, I can play this song on the piano. The one that's currently playing. I have been playing this almost like at least once per week for Arvin. So he should... must be like a weird effect when at some point, for whatever reason, he plays Mario Galaxy and then hears that song and is wondering, why does it sound so familiar? Because I kept playing it like every time.
It's kind of like...
Same for...
It's like with me with back then with RPG Maker music that I heard, and then I played like the real games later.
And then you, why is this so familiar? Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll fix that one, I think. So now the only thing left to do is really mark certain points as critical. What was that song? Dang it, I don't know. Let me check again. Oh yeah. A link to the playlist. Let me actually just link the SoundCloud playlist that we are currently using, so you can look it up. I actually didn't shuffle it, so it actually you might be able to just recreate. No, I think that's the one. But you know, we keep using a different one, and usually Henning does some, you know, add some stuff. Oh, hi there. A bit of Bailey's.
Who's that? Hello.
Oh. Hello. Yeah. That's you know, one of our beta testers, so to say. And also somebody who helped out at Gamescom. How's it going?
It's a Sunday.
That's true.
Hello, yes.
Oh.
That's no Sims music. Interesting.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like that.
Seems to be like a good playlist. I think I just randomly found it somewhere.
Yoink.
Okay.
I'm gonna steal that one.
Let's see how long it's still there. I mean, these kind of playlists, they keep showing up and then disappearing because, you know. Okay. So I fixed that one. Damn it, I think at this point I really have to work on something else which takes longer. Actually, yeah, one thing I still need to do is actually apply the fix to the actual map. So now that's something interesting for you, Hannah.
What's
So,
interesting?
keep notes. You can now mark certain points as critical. Okay, now this is... yeah. So right now those are... I think they're right at the edge of the bridge. I might actually move those a little bit further up and down. It shouldn't really make a difference. Those word root points at the bridge. And then I will mark those as critical, those two here. That means that the pass between will, whenever an entity is spawned between those 2 points, it will actually just spawn back at the start or at the end. It's actually rounded. So it will never spawn in the middle, so we don't get NPCs constantly drowning.
Oh.
So that should hopefully fix that. I mean, to be
so
frank, there will
yeah.
probably still be a lot of issues with those word root and NPCs because we don't really have anything in there to make sure they don't just run into each other. And this will definitely keep happening, and there's ways to fix that, but you know,
Not today.
we will do this with time. Because they're, frankly speaking, like a bit of like distraction. You know, they make the word feel alive, but they're not essential to make the game playable.
Not yet.
Not yet, at least. Oh no, until you.
Not until we implemented the actual trade route gameplay mechanics.
Yeah.
Where you have to make sure that every settlement gets enough salt delivered. And
Oh, just your guys remaking Anno?
yes,
Okay,
yes, that's,
cool.
that's the plan actually.
That was the ultimate goal, obviously.
That was the ultimate goal.
Mm.
No, we're
No,
actually going for the settlers, for the
Oh,
Wusel
nice.
factor.
The Wuseler factor.
The Wusel factor,
Oh.
yes. Which is, as
And
we
then
learned, apparently a term that game developers in that genre know from Germans.
It's not a real settlers game if there is no Wusel factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've mentioned that a few times, but some games comes back, and I'm now transitioning to that topic. Some games comes back. We talked with like a developer or like a, I don't know, developer or someone working for Firefly Games who made Stronghold, and he told us about how in Germany they have like this term called Wusel factor, which is like, of course, very well known in that genre because they they make games that have like that need to have the Wusel factor.
Well, yeah, that's another bug
Anyway.
we can fix. I remember.
Gamescom. Yeah, I've heard you were at Gamescom.
Oh yeah. We can talk about Gamescom a little bit. We didn't do that because
Who told you that?
Hmm?
Who told you that? What?
What?
Was a secret mission. Who told you that was Gamescom?
Oh,
Secret
that was.
mission. Why you are on a photo, maybe.
Oh, what?
Oh no.
Damn.
No.
Let's just say some people were at Gamescom. So
some people were at
including
Gamescom.
us, like at least
Including
Hannah.
us.
Specifically Hannah and me.
Specifically Hannah and you and no one else. And definitely not any other people that...
Other than, other Radical Fish Games people. Thomas.
Especially...
Also people from our region that might have shared like the booth with us.
Yeah. So the way we visited Gamescom was there was like we shared like a fairly small booth space with a lot of developers from Saarland, because there's a couple of game developers from Saarland and we know each other pretty well, and that's why we always share that booth space, because it's a very affordable option to be at Gamescom. Otherwise you easily pay several thousands. You just get like a small booth there, and we actually get it for less than that. So that's nice.
I have a question for you, Felix.
Yes.
Or rather a quiz. Do you know how Rheinland-Pfalz is known in English?
Rhine-Palestine? No, wait.
Not Palestine.
Sorry. Dang it. But something like this.
That's like something.
Damn it. As I said it, I realized, wait, no. Back.
No.
Rhineland Palatinate. I mean, it sounds, it's like, when you look at it, if you look at it, almost like, okay.
It's very similar. I just
Rhineland Palatinate,
because I myself am always like very surprised how funny the name is in English. Yeah, basically that region also shared like the booth with us, with Saarland.
Yeah. It's funny that Rheinland-Pfalz, out of all places, shares with Saarland. But yeah, it's just how it is.
I mean, just the region, isn't it? Yes.
Just the region, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes, we had like our booth there, and many people came from all over the world just to visit our booth.
Yes.
Gamescom. But yeah, it was pretty nice. It was not too exhausting because, as usual, we only stayed for like the first 3 days of Gamescom, I think. Wednesday to Friday, I think. I mean, we were already there on Tuesday, of course, but that was only for like the preparations. And we got a lot of people that visited, that played the game, or rather the demo, which, by the way, as mentioned, will be like a, rather was a shorter demo than the one that you can play at Gamescom, because not at Gamescom, on Steam.
Because Steam, yeah.
Because at Gamescom or at any other convention, you also want to have your demos even shorter than your online demos, to like prevent snakes, not snakes, queries or like people taking too
Queues.
long to play. Queues, right? Queques.
Snakes.
Snakes. In German, it's snakes.
If you want to prevent snakes on a plane, you
Prevent snakes at Gamescom.
yeah.
Yes, and on the plane too. Otherwise, just not to say Bruce Willis. No, Samuel L. Jackson would need to shoot at the walls to open a window. Yes. Very fun stuff.
Actually, really good feedback for employing the very short demo.
Mhm.
Because there was some people who I don't know who either watched. I think they came from Vervin's YouTube channel. Who was like, oh yeah, there was a like this playthrough by that one guy, and it seemed rather long. As a demo, and they thought it was the same or a similar length, and they were surprised, positively surprised when it was shorter.
I mean, I think it's a very good compromise to actually. I mean, in general,
Yes.
if you go to events like Gamescom, it's good to have a short demo that just skips around and shows you a few nice aspects. But you know, it's not easy to design a demo like this. You kind of like. You have to put like a little bit of extra effort into it and you need to implement the skips. And I think in some way it worked well with our game. I think for other games, it might just be close to impossible to make a very short demo like this work. I think in our case, things are just streamlined enough for this to be possible.
And even then, a guy was like, I just somehow managed to get on the other side of the bridge, and now I'm like, I don't know where to go, and I can go everywhere. Where's
I
the
wonder,
demo gonna
like,
end?
I mean, people tried for a long time to get over that bridge, and he must have used that one super jump trick, which you know can happen accidentally, especially since at this point you get the tutorial for that thing. So it may have happened. I didn't see it. I just saw him being on the other side, and I'm like, oh, why are you there? How did you do that? Yeah, I actually fixed that now, so hopefully that won't happen.
It's really like, if it was like a little bit more complicated to do that, and it's another thing. But you just need to have a very specific one frame thing that is actually being taught directly prior to that. So this will happen way too often.
Yeah, I mean, the first time it was reported, I thought, yeah, actually I need to fix this. I just forgot to do it. Yeah.
I just jumped to the other side, he said. I was like,
Or sure you did. You could have reported that you jumped like, I don't know, 10 tiles high. Something like that.
I think he genuinely didn't know or wasn't aware.
Yeah. Okay, I fixed that bug too. Damn it, what do I do?
Neat.
I need more bugs. Oh yeah, there was like something mentioning about what divine focus is, and you know, it's not like a feature that's explicitly mentioned. So let me just extend that text a little bit. Okay, let's see. Options.
I think you guys have tackled everything so far. Except,
I mean,
except that one thing that you probably can't show on stream. Or
you mean in the prologue?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that you mentioned. Yeah, that one I intend to do something there. It's I think the easiest is to just make him not repeat the attack, and then it should be fine. I have to see.
It's not critical, like it's just It's just polish.
Yeah.
The game is not affected by it in any case.
Yeah.
Really, really good. That the game just handles that in one way or another and just continues. That's actually very impressive.
I mean, Crosscode was it's like Crosscode was designed in a similar way. I mean, somehow people managed to play through as Shizuka and it works. I mean, that's it's just yeah. It's just the way how we design stuff, I guess. Let me check. Oh, it might be in the options menu, or where is it? Wait, Divine Focus is mentioned. Ah, it's in the options. Yeah, that's the one.
Watching someone program is... There's also the blog one I reported yesterday, but there's a little spoilery too, and probably too complicated to fix on stream.
I think you just tackled that, right?
What did we?
Where the issue in that puzzle
Yeah,
that you just were in with the 2 blocks.
Yeah, I just fixed that here.
That
You're
one?
welcome.
Yep.
Look,
Yeah.
I fixed it. I'm not sure it's the best fix though. I mean, people might be confused why they can't move it through there, but you know, they're not supposed to anyway, so.
Yep.
I think it's fine. Yeah, because again, fixing this on the physics level is tricky. I'm already happy I managed to make those actually pushable by those in the first place. But making them recursively pushable, it's Oh! You're right. Okay, that one is actually tricky. That one will be interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I will look at this now. Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. That one where like Fidia gets scared of Juno and keeps running away from here. So
The weak should fear the strong.
let's see if we can reproduce it first. Okay. No, I don't want to fight. Okay, let's see.
Right.
So I think the trick is to actually have things already solved, right? So and then I can just wait, it's not solved. It's like this. Okay, now we are solved. Wait, it's still not solved. What is it's
Just solve it, I guess.
No. We do have a system for this now. Here we go. I'm actually very, very happy with how our session system turned. Oh, wait, I did it wrong.
Oh, I see. You have like map states. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really map states. It's more like we have plots and we can, you know, there can be several plots and oh wait, oh my, it's already disappearing. Okay, I need to be careful here. I need to look at the video again. So I think I need to move this closer. Okay, that was not the issue. Okay, let me look at the video again. Okay.
Sideways pull up to the stairs.
Yeah, I did it.
Then
I
go up
think
the stairs.
Ah, go up.
No, you
Yeah,
pulled.
yeah.
You pulled it You
Mm,
pulled it while you were in between the stairs and the
I
grapes.
see. Okay, that makes sense. So the issue is actually the push pullables being deactivated, hidden while you were pulling them. That is actually an interesting. Yeah, I think that's the reason why this breaks. Yeah, because I didn't consider this happening. So I need to push this here and up here and Fida's now afraid of Juno. No,
Wow.
what are you doing, Juno? Don't get too close. And she has like weird magic stuff. And the thing is still here. And now if I enable it again, it's reset, but yeah, like the state of this block is essentially broken and now I'm soft locked. Okay. Okay, let's see. Da, 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 da. Now we got into PP territory again.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the PP, right.
Poo poo territory, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we have like a lot of the PPs are very important to our physics.
Okay, unhide. Remove entity.
Oh, the push
The
pullable.
push pull.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, the push pullables,
Yeah,
obviously.
I see.
yeah, obviously,
Yeah,
that's what PP means. So that's why we do have so many great PP variable names.
But it's also the poo poo, the push pullable.
The poop.
Yeah, the push pull. Right.
Well, I mean,
Right.
that's actually, yeah. For some reason, I
Pee-poo.
didn't think of that. Pee-poo.
PP poo poo.
I'm 12 years old.
Okay, let's see. What I need to do is just check what the type is here. So if this drag state, this client drag state, what do we have? It's unklar, it's not equal to none. Locked in is also acceptable. Cancer grip. Probably just cancer grip. I think this might do it. Let's see. This looks good, yeah. Here we also said that the party should please stop running away.
I like how you ask, please don't run away.
I mean, it's essentially it's just a flag saying, you
Please.
know.
Have you checked if oh no, okay, it should be okay. I have like this. Oh, yeah. also have like the action called puzzle prepare PP grip.
God damn it, echt,
Also
seriously.
like it.
That's
Yeah,
why
but at least-
that's always a regret when Hannah implements certain features.
However, I want to say I at least renamed like the method that was that had like the great name in crosscode called get move player to pushable interactable entity box thingy and set grip dir.
Oh, that is
Okay.
some Java style programming here, right there.
Yeah. Except the thingy maybe. Whee.
Okay, at least she is not running away.
Oh, you're right. Actually, it is part of the solution. But that means also some other stuff is not really working. Okay, so what at least should work now, I think it will not soft lock. Okay, so that's already the biggest issue is fixed, I think. So yeah, okay, I see what's happening here. The problem is that, you know, she's released from that place, and at the same time there's still the effect. The effect needs to be properly cleared. I think that's the only thing that I need to fix now. Let's see, that should be on a different spot. That's essentially just, you know, Wise panel. Oh, that's a long question there. I hope the development ambassador is going well. I'm really looking forward to the beta. I had a question for you. I've been programming desktop applications for a few years now, and I would like to know what studios like yours or others that you know of are looking for when hiring a programmer. I
mean, we haven't really hired programmers in a long time, right?
Yeah.
Or rather, never.
The thing is, most of the people who started at Ready to Fish Games have been programmers, and we never really hired more programmers. But I mean, it really depends on if your goal is to really get into game development. Like in any kind of studio, I think the most important thing is just learn the technology that people are actually using. So focus on game engines that are popular and widely used. And that means like Unity or maybe Godot. Godot also seems to be increasingly more popular. I mean, it's probably less.
I mean, the thing is, if you learn like C#, for example, you would be able to program for Unity and also in Godot, from what I heard. And also C#. The thing is, C#, if you know how to program there, you might have, you would even be able to pretty well program in TypeScript, I think, from
TypeScript is not usually something that people are looking for.
That's true.
For programming, for when games programming. So in general, like high-level languages tend to be easier to manage. Honestly, if you do you have experience in C++ and you know how to work with a language like that, that is certainly a bonus, because if you work with Unreal and you want to do performance critical stuff, you need to be able to work with C++. Godot, I think, mostly used GDScript. Yeah. But you can also do stuff with C++, understood, but it's a lot more tricky.
I mean, someone told us at the recent meetup that you also could work a bit with C# in Godot, I think.
I think you can also use C#, but it doesn't support the web export or something like this.
Yeah, right. It's limited.
But yeah, independent of what language you use, I think the best thing you can do is just, create references. So do some programming, like try to work on some basic game mechanics stuff and show people that you can do that. Like, probably doesn't make sense to work on really complex stuff, but show that you can work with engines, that you can program things that that you usually do in games. And I would also argue, when you go to game programming, I think the mind you kind of need to prioritize different things. Like in software development, it's a lot, like the focus is a lot about making sure everything you code is like very well tested, very stable. And also you prioritize clean code usually to make sure that other people working with it, that it's maintainable, well maintainable. And games are, I would argue, a little bit different because it depends on what part of the game you're working on. But for instance, if you're working on the player controller, it doesn't have to be very clean code, because it's kind of like the final code that isn't referenced or used anywhere else. It's just the code that's there to handle the player controller. And this code can be really, really complex, and doing this in a very clean way, but also, getting all the details right, can get increasingly more complex. So you kind of need to get over trying to do everything in a perfect clean way. So it's okay to hack a little bit, is what I'm saying. But yeah, like it really depends on what aspect you're working on, obviously. And if you overdo it with hacking, obviously things might become more unstable. But I would argue for games, it's actually fine to have less clean code like this for certain things. But yeah, I'm saying all of this, but I have to admit I actually still try to go for rather clean code. But we're doing a lot of stuff which honestly, there's I can rant a little bit. There was like this huge pirate software controversy where people, he kind of like, he did a lot of dumb stuff, a lot of dumb comments. And then people really tried hard to prove that he's like the worst game developer out there. So they looked through his code and figured out, oh, he's using magic numbers in his code. That's really bad. Or like, oh, he's doing switch statements. How dare he do that? And this is like stuff where I'm talking about, like, these things are fine. They don't matter. Like, if you want to work in a professional software development context, that might be a taboo. But in games, oh, there's so many freaking magic numbers in our code. You don't even want to know. It's like, and it's mostly about speed, right? If you really try very hard to make everything perfectly clean, you just tend to be slower. And sometimes it's fine to just hack stuff a little bit, to be a little bit redundant, stuff like this. So
I mean, especially if the magic number only appears in one place.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, obviously. If it's shared and used everywhere, I mean, the best example is really just UI rendering. Because like all those coordinates, like we don't really have any asset format, so we just, all the coordinates are programmed, and I don't want to write down a variable every time. I want to reference some graphics. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, especially for small game projects, you don't really need to write clean codes. If you have bigger projects, you just need to think about, is the component that I'm currently writing on used in a lot of different places? Then it should be clean. If it's like something that is not referenced anywhere else, but it's, like the final thing, the one that uses other components to do something. For instance, like Yeah, and I mean the player controller, in my opinion, is like the best example because it's a huge a very, very complex code, but it's usually not referenced anywhere else because it's only about this one player that you're controlling. So this one can be hacky, and it is kind of hacky for Alabaster Dawn. It was definitely hacky for crosscode. You just need to make sure that all the different aspects work well. You need to test it well. But it doesn't have to be perfectly clean. But yeah, what Tieko said, building a portfolio, I think it's always important. Just try to show that you can that you can work with engines, that you can implement interesting, complex mechanics. That's usually the best thing to show. You can try to join game jams. I mean, that's usually what I often suggest because they kind of like that way you can also work together with other people and you can get experience with working with engines, and you also might get some small projects done that, or at least roughly done, that you can then show off in a portfolio. Oh yeah, global variables. Oh my gosh. Our whole code base is designed around global variables. Like from the very beginning we said, yep, everything's global. It's fine. Because
it doesn't matter as long as you work properly with that. Just because the principle is like frowned upon because of something doesn't mean it's viable. Or
I mean, I can understand reasons why it's really critical. I mean, if you would design a library, you should avoid that. But we are not designing a library. That's exactly the point. A game is not a library. If you make a game engine, that's different. Our game engine also uses globals because it's designed for our games only. So that's fine too. But a game is just, it's the end product. Nobody needs to use your game code. Only you yourself are using your game code. That's why.
The modders.
And the modders, but they know they can deal with all kind of stuff. So they're like
they are tough cookies.
They're very adaptable. Yeah. Yeah. So, right, there was one other thing I need to fix. So, wise panel.
Why is panel, Felix? Why is it?
They never ask how is panel.
How is panel? It's always why is panel. Right. By the way, we also got already got a lot of like language corrections during the beta test phase, and it's like somewhere really fascinating and interesting. In like, for example, everyone writes "war," but it's actually written. But you actually write it "war."
I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I exactly get it.
Then you write. I'm gonna write it down. Right.
Yeah,
war,
like
war thing.
Well, yeah, it's like the H is at the start, like after the W, right?
Yeah.
Like Y. And
the funny thing is, I have watched like a stream in the recent days, and paid attention to the chat for a bit, and so many people are writing "war" with the H at the end, because I don't know, it's just nicer to write, I think.
Oh, the people that write "war" with the H at the end are just Germans. You can instantly spot a German.
I don't think that's true, because most people wrote it like that. And I don't
We're all
think those were
Germans.
mostly
Maybe the
Germans.
Germans are just spreading the lie, and then at some point the native speakers will also write that way,
Yeah, maybe.
and then it will be the new
It's a-
standard. I mean,
it's a
language
rich-
always evolves, so
Yeah, it's true. I wrote war. Okay. See?
yeah. See, yeah.
It's with the sparkly eyes and ooh-ah.
Not a German at the right row. Sorry, you're like officially German now.
You're German. It's fine. It's with the war.
Yeah, it's just both.
War.
Or maybe like this, be minimalistic and just write, war. Minimalistic.
There's also one thing that's in contention.
Hmm.
If you have like quotation marks in a sentence, like if you quote someone, and you have like a period at the wait, what was the case again? You have like a period at the end that is not part of the quotation within the sentence. Do those quotation marks still include the period at the end, despite the period
Yeah.
being the end period of the sentence? That was like a point of contention in writing internally. I'm like, man, apparently it depends if you go by the Oxford standard or not. And that's like, I was like, oh, damn, it's getting complicated now.
Okay, regex all instances of woe with oh woe.
Oh, whoa. Oder to go a bit to bit vintage. Oh whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Oh whoa is me.
The great wooification of Alabaster Dawn.
I mean, I would never do something like that. Like in CrossCode, we would never have oh whoa anywhere.
Once you enable workshop on Steam for the game, that's one of the first 5 things gonna happen.
Oh whoa, that one chat and who knows how to human freeze? Who knows of human freeze boxes? Yeah.
Okay, I think I know why that is. It's a little bit hacky, but yeah, let's as I mentioned, hacky is fine. It's fine.
It's fine. And I will also say that to you when you complain again.
No, not in that case, Anna, because the problem is you work on core components.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, not always. Not always.
Yeah. I'm actually very picky when it comes to configuration things. I'm actually always annoyed when things have too many configuration values. Because you might think, oh, you need those to, just to be able to configure all the use cases. But the only thing I'm seeing is, every time I'm using this, I have to think longer. Because I need to decide what the values, what are the right settings. Why do I need to think longer?
Skill issue. Well,
Yeah.
Felix.
Okay, I fixed it.
Thinking keeps your brain fresh when you get older.
Yeah, but I think it's more about getting the game done and not keeping our brain fresh.
Sure.
I think my brain has enough has enough on its plate with this game.
Yeah. This game is actually not made for sale. It's primarily just our Sudoku to keep our brain fresh. We are
Actually,
committing
nice.
Sudoku. We are committing. Oh no.
Committing Sudoku.
I'm making a mini game about number matching and stuff, and then when I put it in Git on the branch, I'm basically committing Sudoku. Okay, that's terrible.
Oh, I spoiled the puzzle. I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, Felix.
Oh,
You didn't see that. Okay, I fixed that one too. I think, man, I'm fixing things.
Oh, that's
too
how you're
quickly.
supposed to do it. Oh, okay.
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
Let's see.
there are some alternative.
Yeah, yeah, there definitely are alternatives to that solution, but that's fine.
It's yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, you can essentially just jump from this one over to this, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, you can just ignore.
You can ignore this
now that
part.
they're-
You can't just jump from here. And I was aware of that, but I thought, it's fine.
Yeah.
People can, they can skip things if they want to.
We're doing
Those
the
1200 hours in crosscode definitely ran damage to my brain.
I mean, yeah,
When it comes to
you
puzzles.
can't just jump like this. I mean, yeah, why do you need this, right? I mean, why would you need this? I guess. Why would you need even? I mean, this is essentially the speedrunner solution, I guess. Like this, and then chip, and then chip down. Yeah, okay, I get it.
It's fine. Don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah.
Actually, we're planning Breath of the Wild level alternative solution making.
Yeah, you can't just spawn tables everywhere.
That sounds so
Yeah. Just put like thunder charged equipment somewhere to short circuit. But no, the spawning of tables was more of a. Well, I assume it.
There was
I
the
assume it-
Zelda, the
Yeah, it was as echoes of wisdom, but I think in Tears of the Kingdom you can also like
probably spawn
just-
tables.
yeah spawn something.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I'm actually on the side of thinking that too much flexibility tends to make things less interesting.
I mean, it's a different genre. Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
remember
so
how-
another
yeah.
thing fixed. Another thing fixed.
yeah,
Productive.
it's past 10. Now I can talk about anime actually. But I won't. At least not now.
If you decide
first time.
not to break the Nyx avatar when it's regenerating, oh no!
Right. I've seen that one just now. It's also a good one.
Yes, this happens quite in many situations when you try to, not do the things the game wants you to do, and then Philia just says, fuck it, I'm gonna join.
Yeah, and then she can't do things. Poor Philia.
This is fine, because the game, as I said, the game falls back to working regardless, so...
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I think I need to do something there, so... Wait, what? There's a gap in the fence here and you can't jump. What?
Oh, pyro finding pyro things.
Yeah, Pyro is now live adding more bugs, so I can not call it a day, I guess. Okay, what is happening there? Why is there a collision? Okay, let's see.
Where's the collision?
There's a way. Let me fix this. I'll check this here. Okay, there's nothing here.
Oh,
What?
That's interesting.
Huh? I don't see it.
She's
Philia.
standing on the lower fence, or...
I mean, this
In the fence here?
going
You
by the
can-
shadow, it looks like she's a bit further in here.
Uh,
Like not directly at the fence.
Yeah, maybe. No.
Is it some box or something? I
Okay,
don't-
let me just show collision boxes. We do have that feature, so there's nothing there.
Pyro, you gotta
What?
record a video of this.
There's nothing there. What is happening? Dang it! Don't tell me like some weird shit is
I mean,
spawning there.
Were the gray boxes just things without collision, or just
Yeah,
collisions that
they have no collision. The gray boxes.
There's not really anything that should have conditional collision, right?
I mean, you would see it. I mean,
Yeah.
you can have entities show up and disappear and stuff, but
I mean, the only thing that would make sense here would be like a collision plane or something, but we don't have one, right?
no.
You're extruding that pillar upwards, right? And I see you're stacking basically pieces of that pillar.
What do you
vertically.
mean?
In your hitbox viewer, I see that you basically stack pillar pieces,
Yeah.
and each has its own hitbox, and she's probably standing on one of the blocks that are stacked this way in some weird 1 pixel situation.
Doesn't look like she's close enough, but maybe. We'll
No, I mean, that's... Okay, I mean, that case... Oh my fucking god, I fucking hate
I mean, that's
mean,
a hypothesis.
Yeah, I
It's not
reproduced it. I reproduced... Look, I...
Oh.
Yeah,
so
rounding issues. I mean, easy fix. You're actually not supposed to stand on this thing.
Yeah, see? So
Yeah.
the stacking of single blocks,
Oh man.
each having their own thing to stand. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good that you find this now, because there will be other things in the game that are stackable entities.
That's why you can't have nice things. I don't know.
yeah, because it's a scalable entity.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, this case it's easy to fix because you're only supposed to really stand on the top piece, never on the middle piece. So I just make the middle pieces fence collision. That should help, actually.
makes sense.
Um,
I mean, should you even be able to stand on the top piece, actually? I mean, those
in those
pillars-
cases, no, but there's other top pieces where,
Yeah, that's true. Because
so
those are like room
for instance,
holding.
here, those here, fence. Those here,
Man, Felix,
block.
you're getting really defensive about those kind of things lately.
Expensive. Damn.
Fence. So this is actually another part. This is now flop. Okay, pillar. Yeah, that's the culprit here. So this is also place fence.
Everything is fence if you are brave enough.
I can see some speedrunners crying already as I do these changes.
You can blame Pyro for that. Not-
Yes. Thanks, Pyro. Haha. Okay.
But I mean, were you able to also jump away from it properly?
I mean, I think so.
Okay.
Would make sense. Look, I already changed it. The game is live updating. Okay. Now you can't do it anymore.
Why are you so on the fence about this, Felix?
Look, it says press H to heal, but I will not. Okay, well. Okay. That looks good now.
Speedrunners are currently sabotaging themselves.
Yeah. It's actually quite mean to have speedrunner people in the beta. Because
No, it's great.
they just need to make sure not to report the stuff they think is too useful.
They are double agents.
The biggest thing already has been fixed. The super jump. So
Yeah, but that one is too ridiculous, I think. Yeah.
What was the super jump?
You don't know?
No, you don't know. You basically let go of. Basically started the what's it called? The divine spirit in the exact frame. Takes off to a jump. So both accelerations happened at the same time, and she just yeets herself vertically and horizontally.
Yeah.
No, I remember that.
Yeah, that was. I actually found this one myself even before we started beta testing. I thought, hey, that's funny. Probably should fix this, and then I didn't do it. Then I did do it like a year later.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a matter if it's like just horizontally, like in crosscode or something. But she also
just
goes
vertically.
She just goes like 2.5 blocks up, so that's not okay.
Yeah, what I'm actually doing is it's really dumb. At some point, I mean, the reason why this happens is I actually, for like when you start the divine sprint, I just multiply Juno's velocity with a pretty big factor to just make her like burst forward like a little bit faster when it happens. So there's like a bit more oomph to it. And I just multiply every dimension of the velocity, including the z dimension, even though that one should always be 0 when it happens. But I just do it because I didn't think about it. And that's why when you know, at the right frame after jumping, you do it, then, you know, your whole velocity, including z velocity, gets multiplied by 2 or 3 or something. And then, yeah, you just make a very big jump. So and that's only for like a very small thing that's mostly decorative for like, you know, just so it looks better.
I can already tell you that people will make mods to remove that and then make parkours where you have to utilize super jumps.
Oh boy, yeah. I think I fixed it in a way that might be, I mean, you can always kind of undo stuff, but it's there was actually some really substantial issue where when you jump with a player, right, that's the thing here, it didn't actually reset anything when you jump, and that was already a little bit weird. So when you actually start a jump, it didn't really reset the float run state, but it should do this always. It happened always a frame later in some other code that repeatedly checks something, and then it would reset, but always a frame too late. And that's why what you actually do is, I think you jump, and in just a frame after that, I think you need to release. I think it's actually in the frame after that when you have to release it, because like the float run is only reset one frame after the jump, but not at the same frame. And that's why you can kind of pull it off. And it was just, you know, it's not the proper way to do it. So the proper fix is to just reset everything when you jump. So that was actually the big issue here.
Also a thing where once more fighting games already tackle that issue by introducing pre-jump frames.
Pre-jump frames?
Pre-jump frames where the player is in a transitional state between standing and jumping. And those are handled separately from everything, and to make sure that nothing happens in between, and or specific things can only happen in between and stuff like that. So
I see. Okay, anyway, so this one is fixed too. Yay. We got another one pure Corvette, otherwise I think we are done.
I was waiting to find another bug.
I could work on the thing with the Nyx avatar, but that one might be a little bit more tricky. Actually, it might not be too hard. I think
there's many situations where Philia decides to join a battle. Like,
is there really so many? I mean, it should only be this one.
The other one is I don't know if it's still present, but the other one was causing the scene to repeat, which I also reported earlier.
But that's in the prologue, right?
That was quite a while ago, where basically the issue was where Philia was standing next to Yuno when she woke up. When you quit while she was in your party. And that was because somewhere in the script in that fight, Philia gets added to your party or something.
Oh, and then you quit to the title, and then she's still in your party or something. Yeah, yes. Okay.
And then the main issue probably is that where the getting added to party happens too early, so she joined the fight. In any case, whenever something happens, the command is getting executed too early.
I mean, that issue is actually something much more critical. The party was simply not reset when you go back to the title and restart the game. That was actually was something very dumb. So
sure, but what I mean is adding the character to the party probably happens too early, so you can find ways to trigger or to reach the getting added to party state, but not the rest of it. And that's why she joins.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
I mean, she joins the party like just very shortly before she shows up with the, inside the fight. It should only happen like moments before that. The issue really is if you then, after this thing happened, I mean, you just, when you see her in the scene doing the thing, she already joined the party, even though the scene is already still running. If you then quit the game and you go back to the wherever, like start a new game, then yeah, she will be there. Because then, I mean, that was mostly because I simply didn't reset the party when you go back to title. But otherwise, I don't.
I'm not talking about the title issue. I'm talking about her joining the fight in the next fight.
Oh,
next Avatar fight.
Okay, that is actually. I mean, her joining is. I mean, essentially, what I'm doing is I'm just spawning an action at her to stay on the place. She actually is in your party when you fight the next Avatar.
Okay.
And she should always. Like, by default, she always went down and joined the fight. And at some point, I did something to pin her down there. And that's something that easily breaks if something goes wrong. Like, if you repeat the whole thing, then it makes sense. Then she jumps down and joins the party, yeah. But effectively, she always is in your party. Yeah? Just hacked something that she just watches. And there's actually, there's still... something I noticed happening, and I still think that's not fixed, is sometimes when the Ys interfere, they're not at the right position. They actually move around a little bit before that. And like it feels like something about the party member code makes them interrupt event actions, which should not happen.
There must be something, because the same thing also happens with that other party character in that other early game.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Where they also are suddenly joining, and I'm like, what?
I mean, this like the other party member actually does exactly the same thing as Philia. It's exactly the same approach because, I mostly just copy code over. It's like he effectively joins the party. He does the thing, and then I just force him to stand there and watch you instead of joining by just spawning an action on it. And that works. Something
breaks that holding in place thing, and then they just run towards you.
Yeah. That's something I still need to figure out. I think it's not too critical because it doesn't really break things.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just a little bit tricky to reproduce. That's the only issue.
Question: is the demo also releasing on the Switch too?
No, I'm sorry.
PC only.
The game will not be on consoles for some time, because the game is also not that close to the full release, and in general, consoles don't do demos when the game is still, still kind of deep in development. So in general, it's just hard to do that, I think. But we do plan to get the game on consoles as late as when it's finished. So hopefully it will also come to consoles in time with the full release this time. So we are trying to be faster this time compared to Crosscode. No, the game will not come out in a month. I'm sorry. It's not done in a month. Even though it does look really wrapped up, but there's still a little bit of content missing. A little bit. And with a little bit, I mean a lot. So. Yeah. Okay, where was I? I think we could maybe wrap up the stream sometime soonish. I don't want to, even though it hasn't been going on for that long, but...
I mean, 2.5 hours is not that short for our
So
age.
you fixed
old
quite
men.
a bunch of stuff. So
Yeah, at least I fixed a whole lot of bugs, so that's good.
We're also old men and we can't stay up that long.
Yeah.
what are you yapping about, lass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rhythm changed. I have to get up earlier each morning.
The
So-
rhythm change.
I wonder why. It's fine.
Yeah, like it is like something, like a certain person who just needs to wake up between 7 and 8 o'clock.
Can't this person finally grow up?
Well,
Be responsible
eventually
adult.
that person will grow up, but it will take some time.
They should get a job. It's so rude.
I get a job and become family man.
Yeah.
No, there's actually no JADC equivalent in Alabaster Dawn. We tried.
Oh,
I'm sorry, no.
not this.
You gotta find new stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, as I said, like a lot of things changed. We didn't just copy paste the same code from crosscode.
Many hours have been spent in trying to make the jump go longer.
Honestly,
or further, and nope.
Alabaster Dawn already has like the jump climbing, so that's you know, it's an intended feature and it's pretty bad. I mean, people are essentially becoming goats and climbing to weird places that they're not supposed to. There's like so many more ways to find weird ways to jump around compared to crosscode, actually.
That's why Yuno is the goat.
Yuno is effectively she is pretty much the goat, like literally. She's just climbing everywhere. I hate it. But yeah.
You know, I have to make like a picture of, you know, her standing on super stiff, super steep cliff like one of the goats. Just
yeah, that's let me just see if I can find one of those weird screenshots where somebody just sketched the route they took. It's really dumb. Wait. Oh yeah, you fixed it already, Hannah. I saw.
What did I fix?
The sequence break in the Hammer quest. That's like one where I thought, wait, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I definitely fixed something in the Hammer quest. But I think that's some few days ago.
Also,
already.
those are like always great bugs. And let me just show you the screenshot here. Like just some random holes.
Oh,
Here.
you mean the one that is like that was
Just some random holes where you can jump in. You don't get out.
oh yeah, that one.
Those happen because we just accidentally place those holes when we just click around on the map, because sometimes this happens. It's really dumb. So,
and that's why you always make sure that you're on the entity layer or something when you like click around on the map.
yeah. You need to be
By the way,
careful.
but that's funny enough. That's also some of the bugs we got. We still got super late for crosscode. Like, oh, there's some random hole you can fall into that's behind another wall or something. So it was never found for years.
You know, the funniest thing is, it wouldn't be an issue if super jump was still a thing, because you could just super jump out.
Yeah, that's an argument. We should have jump in there.
I think strictly speaking though, unfortunately you can't, because you actually need the ledge to jump up to for super jump to work.
True.
So if there's no ledge, then you're out of luck.
So, fair.
And also, if you get stuck there, you can pretty easily teleport out and land like 10 meters away from where you fell into the hole.
Unless teleportation is disabled.
Yeah, if we have like if it's either disabled because of a scene or because of like New Game Plus options.
I can show you some.
Oh no, Hannah, what have you said? What have you done?
So here's some goating of Juno.
Oh yeah, I'll wait until the stream catches
No,
up.
don't show our secret Discord discussions.
Yeah,
But
anyway.
yeah, the goating is great. I mean, the thing is, this one at least isn't problematic really, because you can't really reach a place that is far off in the future or something.
Wait, that skip to still a thing? Dang it.
Which skip?
I think that's still a thing, isn't it?
Which skip? Which skip?
The one I'm currently showing on stream. You'll see it.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I haven't touched that.
Huh?
Damn it. I didn't know that worked.
Yeah, so that's why, you know, there's gotta be a lot of stuff there, and yeah. You have to see how much we actually get to fix that.
Jesus.
Oh, it's fixed already. I'm sorry, but you know, we'll not be able to fix all of those. So you just gotta keep it secret. Or
that's okay. That's fixed apparently. Okay.
Or we gotta decide. Okay, whatever. It's too obscure to do that, so it's fine. Oh, here's the poor Motoyaki still drowning. I forgot to close this tab. Okay, so I think we can conclude today's stream. What do you think?
Wasn't there some other bug that made me laugh really hard? No, not this one. Yeah, of course, the one bug that made you basically time jump because you could reach some plot activating nonsense.
Yeah.
That had to be super fixed.
The cave.
Oh,
The
God.
cave.
The cave.
Time travel cave.
It's really a time travel cave in a way because it messes with the plot state.
That's basically the plot of the Dark TV show.
No, shit.
Oh, damn it.
You enter the cave, you're like X years in the future or something. Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. That was like...
I just had a lot of fun with one party member just straight up disappearing after being told to follow.
How the heck? Yeah, I'm still not exactly sure how that happened. The funny thing is that yeah, we actually found like the issue that yeah, if you have like accessibility, I mean that's something I actually implemented this time because I thought some people complained about yeah, you can make everything easier, but then you still need to keep hitting the enemies forever, and so okay, let's add HP scaling. But that also means obviously you can't just, you know, scale down everything to 10% HP and just kill everything immediately. And for certain boss fights, if you're supposed to not kill things easily, then it might be tricky. But yeah, those cases there will be some hidden barriers now. So
I found some of the funnier bugs again. Like the one where you jumped a bit, and then you were able to shoot over a wall. Basically.
Oh, that frick! Yeah.
Hit the switch. And of course, the one where this one NPC was like, for some reason, walking very slowly and shouted from a large distance into the scene. It was also very funny.
There's a
But that
couple
would be-
questions here from a
Yep.
first-time chatter. How long do you all think the game will be for completionists? Thank you. So it's a bit hard to say at this point. It will be probably a somewhat longer game. Like we did Crosscode before, and Crosscode for completionists, I would say, was probably over 60 hours, maybe 70, maybe 100, something like this.
I mean, depends on how completion is. But yeah, maybe.
It
you're on a
depends on how
completionist,
completionist you really are.
60, yeah.
But I think it easily goes over 50 hours. And this one, I would say, might be similar. I think it will end up being a similar length compared to Crosscode. But it's a little bit hard to say at this point. Will there be crafting or fishing? There will be crafting in a way. You can actually craft materials into certain things that you can equip. It will be somewhat different compared to Crosscode. Are there gonna be Easter egg secrets that are discovered by goat climbing? If you are mean, there will be. Yes, if there will
100%. If you see what they are doing in the maps in the editor, and
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. So, to
Probably.
be honest, we have like our collision layer for like the
At
top
this
layer.
time, you can actually not
Yes.
jump down the border of the map at least. So
Yes,
that's
I
something you
noticed.
can't do.
I noticed.
And also we can actually now have, invisible barriers where you cannot jump on. So we have a few more
No.
tools to make our life a little bit easier. But we still might forget.
Becoming the AAA developer. No.
We try to keep it supple though, right? So
Invisible walls. No.
we had those in Crosscode too. They were just harder to place.
I know. I'm joking. I know.
And fishing, famously, no, there's no fishing in Alabaster Dawn. That's like the official answer. Let's keep it at that. I would love to find a random goat at the top of something you're not really meant to be jumping on, but they knew we would. That would be funny, actually. Yeah, I like this idea. Thank you
then
for
it would
doing the
just
stream
be
and
a-
answering questions. Thank you. You can talk to it and it will go blah and kick you off.
And it will just have
That's
the
a cool
crosscode
idea.
code
Yeah.
graphic. It will just have the crosscode code graphic, but kind of adapted to Alabaster Dawn.
Yeah. Why are people so crazy about fishing mini games? I don't know why.
It's a mini game. It's like the campfire scene in the indie game
okay.
space. It
Yeah,
just
yeah.
has to have fishing. If you know.
Do you all
Yep.
have any opinion that you're willing to share about indie games pricing like Clear Obscure or Taint Grey of Silksong? I think Hazes 2 is 50. Also, Sea of Stars did a big free DLC. I'd love to hear your thought if you want to. I know it's a hot topic. I mean, honestly, Crosscode, I thought was already sold for a pretty low price for what you get, because it was $20 and it's a huge game. Hollow Knight was, I think, also undersold by a lot, and Silksong now also is just said, yeah, I'll just make it like a little bit more expensive, but it's even bigger of a game. I heard. I didn't play it. So I can see why people are a little bit shocked about how cheap they sell the game. I mean, I can see their point though. I mean, I think they don't need to sell it to a high price, because by just the sheer amount of sales they get, like they don't need to increase the price because they're doing fine. I think that's kind of like the perspective I have.
Yeah,
I feel like
have that, but Nintendo doesn't. What?
Yeah, Nintendo is like, they're shocked. I mean, honestly, I think you can expect that Alabaster Dawn will be somewhat higher compared to Crosscode, simply because I would even say it's a bigger game, but like we put a lot more effort into a lot of stuff, and the team also got somewhat bigger. That's why I feel there's a little bit more value to it, but I wouldn't go up to $50. That's I feel it's too much.
Yeah, 50 might be a bit
Way too much, in fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even sure I would go to Sea of Stars level, but it's actually a little bit undecided at this point. Is it really like Sea of Stars? Also, I think it was like $30 or even more. I think it's even a bit more than $30 as Sea of Stars. But yeah, it's actually tricky to decide that. But yeah. As long as there's regional pricing, I will buy it day one. I mean, we usually do regional pricing with Steam, right? There's a way to kind of adapt things. Marketing is the only superpower you guys need, but you deserve it, hoping it will blow up immensely. Yeah, the big magical marketing that makes everything successful. Sometimes I wonder if that's really how it works. Because it's so hard to say.
I don't know.
Remember that was a Devolver Digital thing about that people only want a hype and announcements and not actual games.
Hypes and announcements. Okay. Yeah.
It was really, really, that hit very close to home for a lot of people.
I think so. Yeah, the thing is, hype and what was it? Hype and what was the other thing? Hype and
announcements.
Announcements are like big euphoria moments that you can share in a social context.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Games are something. Games take time to play. Yeah. I feel that message in a way. Yeah, I feel that. There are so many games that I got so hyped for, and I got really.
I never played it.
Yeah, then I never really played them.
Damn it, Hannah.
Yeah. I mean, I will see if I will actually be able to play Enfield when it comes out. After all the hype, which was, by the way, announced to finally happen next year, early next year. Yeah, I will see.
It's past 10 p.m.
It's past 10 p.m. Yeah, it is. I mean, it at least is somewhat related to Gamescom because I was actually at the Enfield booth and things, and also at some other booths, but I didn't really play all that much.
That other booth with the playable demo of that game from
Evamancer. We played like Evamancer, the game from the Monster Sanctuary guys. You know, the guy led by the guy who made like the game for the RPG Maker.
It's really funny. I was basically walking up to Sash, to Morai. I was like, "Yo, I know you from RPG Maker days. You're pretty cool. Keep it up." Fist bump, and he was so confused.
Okay.
he was so confused. He didn't know what to do. It was like, okay.
You should have said, yeah, your RPG Maker combat system tutorial helped me.
Yes, basically, I basically said that. It's just,
Are you doing another RPG Maker combat tutorial soon? Do you need? I have some more questions about that.
Yo, to ultimate troll prank to hype Yo's game. I promise you the entire will look at blah blah blah, and then we should just launch a game that's empty, and then on the next day we will actually do an update. Oh boy.
that would backfire.
I think you shouldn't troll your audience, but
Yeah.
You can do that if your name is like Kojima.
I feel marketing is really, really tricky, and the tricky thing is like all the publishers and all the people, they promise you how they're gonna do the thing for you to make it like they do the thing, and then you give them like a big share or like a good share, or you pay them a lot of money, and then it may work or it simply doesn't. It's, I don't know, like we had like, we talked to some PR people and they made us an offer and it looked really good. And then like a friend of mine looked at what other games they actually were publishing, and there were like some games that really didn't take off at all. Even though they were doing the publishing and the marketing. And then the question is now, okay, so is that because the game was bad, or maybe because they didn't do that effective
audience.
marketing in the first place?
Maybe there was no demand for that kind of game at that moment. It's always hard to say.
And it's always the question. So if the demand, I mean, certainly demand, the game itself must make a difference, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tricky.
Difficult. Crypto rug pull. Yeah, no. let's. Yes.
But yeah,
Yes.
so I think that's enough for today, right?
Yes. Let me just quickly say, people, if you watch anime, Silent Witch and Dress Up Darling are very good. Those are the ones that I'm watching.
And Orb. Orb is also really good.
Oh, yeah, we actually tried to get into Orb for one episode. I heard so many good things about it, but
maybe you just need to watch it a bit longer.
yeah, I think so, maybe. But I mean, I totally understand why.
I just wanted to put like a counter to your thing. There wasn't actually no deep meaning in
No what?
in my sentence to watch anything.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm also gonna hop off for now. GG's. Otsukare, as they say, and sumimasen, yes. Sumimasen. Okay.
Yeah.
Good
So
works.
this
See you
concludes our
around.
stream.
Yeah, bye.
Hope to see you again next time whenever we stream. So next time you'll be able to have played something from our game, and I hope you liked it. And yeah, please, if you like, especially if you like the demo, please make sure to share it, because that's really the marketing that really worked for us most of the time. Yeah, until next time. Bye bye.
Yes, give me a second. Yes, we should definitely skip. Okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Let's keep the
Look
tradition.
forward to the demo.
Right. Bye bye.
Bye.